Welcome to the Sub-GT podcast, where we will pour you a cup of the latest gossip and controversies surrounding the dental field. And with us, it's always sugar-free. I'm your host, Ariel Huteri, here with our co-hosts,
Hannah Travis
and Casey Giordano.
The basis of dental hygiene is preventing disease before it starts, but why are so many of America's children being left out with their preventative dental health? In this episode, we'll be unpacking the topic of how children in low-income families are being affected by their inability to receive preventative dental care.
Let's start at the beginning. Humans have always placed a significant value on their smiles. According to the International Dental Journal, back in 8th and 9th century BC, Etruscans meticulously crafted some of the first recorded examples of dental prostheses, which were primarily aesthetic. We're still reminded of this today in the vast amount of money that Americans spend on cosmetic dentistry.
If a smile is becoming the key to securing a job interview or improving overall happiness and well-being, then why are America's youth being left by the wayside? According to the National Center for Children in Poverty, studies show that 41% of American children are low income, while almost half of those are considered poor.
Also, of those children, only 20% that are Medicaid eligible receive dental care, according to Mariotto. There are so many dental practices that don't accept Medicaid at all, or if they do accept it, they only allow Medicaid patients to be seen on certain days of the month. It's unsurprising that poor children are more than twice as likely to have dental decay than wealthy children.
If access for low-income children to receive dental care is expanded, their health, happiness, and chance for success could improve. There's several options that could be a form of preventive care for these children, but they are lacking in our healthcare system. Sealants are an example of this option. They're soft plastic coverings that are applied to the chewing surface of teeth where cavities are likely to happen. Sealants are non-invasive, quick, non-damaging, and endorsed by the ADA. They've been shown to reduce decay by 80% in the 2 years after being placed, and they continue to provide protection for 5 years, according to a Pew Trust article.
The legislature has allowed healthcare providers to collaborate with schools to help allow children to receive sealants. One popular event that's an example of this is Give Kids a Smile. Participating children will receive sealants, light cleanings, and play games that help them learn the right way to brush their teeth and take care of their gums.
Well, as amazing as dental sealants are for helping prevent cavities, most states aren't providing them as well as they could be. According to that same Pew Charitable Trust survey, only 5 states received a grade of an A on their delivery of school sealants, and 72% of states received a grade of C or worse. Louisiana got a grade of D on this report, with an emphasis on the severe restrictions such as not allowing a hygienist to apply sealants to a tooth before the child's been examined by a dentist. This extra loophole makes it even more difficult to apply sealants, even though hygienists are qualified and trained to apply them.
Hopefully in the coming years, there will be more of a push for legislation to change, allowing for hygienists to place sealants in schools or other non-clinical settings without a dentist examining and giving approval beforehand, especially considering that sealants don't harm the structure of the tooth or cause any long-term damage.
Another well-documented way to prevent dental decay is by using fluoride. By acting to remineralize cavities while they are still reversible, fluoride is a cost-effective way for states to reduce dental decay. Although in the past it has been found that excess fluoride has caused negative structural effects, the correct amount of fluoride added to the water can actually remineralize enamel.
Yep, in fact, in some areas that have well water instead of city water, kids are at risk for developing fluoride toxicity. In the right amounts, about 0.07 parts per million to be exact, fluoride will penetrate the tooth structure where decay has begun and turn into a chemical called hydroxyfluorapatite. This chemical change in the tooth makes it even stronger than it originally was and helps keep the calcium and phosphorus from leaking out again. In communities that have fluoridated water, there has been a 29% reduction in the prevalence of childhood cavities. However, statistics from this Georgetown University article show that 38% of Americans do not have access to fluoridated water.
This really is unfortunate because it is extremely cost-effective and one of the best ways to prevent cavities. Fluoridated water is a passive measure because people don't need to think about taking it like they would a prescription. Also, when fluoride is added to water, no additional charges are added to the citizens' water or tax bills.
Okay, so far we have discussed a little about 2 great preventative measures such as sealants and fluoride. But another worthwhile topic to mention is the importance of routine dental cleanings for children. Most parents disregard the importance of their children's teeth because they will be replaced by permanent teeth anyways.
Exactly, Casey. Most people don't know this, but when a primary tooth has an infection caused by decay, it can disrupt the formation of the tooth following it, causing even more trouble down the road. If these children aren't receiving dental care, that tooth can become a lifelong problem. This is why routine cleanings are so important, so hygienists and dentists can spot and monitor problems before it's too late.
There has been a push in recent years for hygienists to work within school districts independent of a dentist, but the pushback from private practice dentists have debilitated the program.
After all we've discussed today, a saying that comes to mind is, prevention is the best medicine. What do you both think about that?
It's definitely true when talking about dental care in America right now. There are so many problems that can be prevented if they are caught early enough. Sealants, fluoride, and cleanings are all examples of life-changing preventative treatments. This will help to compensate for the missed school hours due to toothaches or other illnesses that stem from dental complications. According to a Georgetown University study, the hours of learning lost by these children are a staggering amount, roughly 51 million hours a year.
I couldn't agree more. If more preventative measures in the dental world were enacted, these disadvantaged children will receive a better education and have a better shot at advancing their goals. We as healthcare providers have a valuable opportunity to make a difference and ensure healthier smiles. We'll leave you with this. Oral health is not only a dental problem, but a health problem overall.
And that's the tea.